Beautiful treat I got for you today. This one I've had it in for quite a while, but it's been so busy I haven't had time to do a review on it, which is a shame because it's a brilliant instrument. As you can see, it's a high-end boutique bass, and this one is made by Tune Guitar Technologies Japan, and they are a relatively small company, but they have made some of the finest instruments that you'll find on the boutique market here in Japan. You know, they're on a par with competitors. You know, like I endorse STR and Bacchus. This is kind of almost up to the same kind of standards of craftsmanship as STR. It's very, very close. There's not much in it. I would say, looking at this, that there's not quite as much attention to detail as you get on an STR, but it's close. It's very, very close. I mean, it is a beautiful instrument. It's a mahogany back with a quilted maple top, matching headstock, and the rear of the headstock is also matching, and it has this exquisite trim as well that goes underneath the top. Black, you can see the black line there. So it's got another layer of wood there to make that. It's a fantastic instrument, and I think the main thing about this is the circuitry. It's got one of the best sounding preamps I've ever heard, I think. And this is, I'm just playing this on active setting with everything flat, and the coils are set in the middle. You've got your active switch here, and you've got your coil tap here, and that's the kind of sound you get. You know, and then if you boost the bass here, boost the mid, boost the treble. I mean, it's really powerful, right? And then better still, if you go onto the rear pickup, you get this beautiful sound. It's so creamy. This is just flat. If I boost the middle, if I boost the bass, it's gorgeous. Yeah, such a brilliant preamp. The pickups are brilliant as well. They're humbuckers, and underneath the casing you've got no poles at all. They're just what do you call them? They're just the flat style magnets, cadmium magnets, and the response is really even, and it's just brilliant. I mean, it sounds like a, you know, it sounds, to me it sounds, on the rear pickup it sounds quite similar to a Ken Smith. Perhaps even brilliant. So I'm very impressed with the preamp on this. And then further, if you boost the treble as well, it really cuts through. Right, yeah. It's beautiful. And then that's without even tapping the coils. If I tap the coils, if you put it up here, this switch, that brings the front coils into action. So you get more of you get a slightly woodier tone, which is nice. And then if you switch it down, that's going to activate the rear coils. Which gets a little bit brighter. So what I'll do is I'll just play a chord for you there. That's the rear coils. This is mid. That's balanced. That's the front coils. You can hear that there is a difference there. So that's that. And then finally on the front, if I set it flat, and then in the middle, the coils are all activated now. And put it in the middle. So that is on the front pickups. And now I've got the coil set to just the front. Well, you heard it mid before, and this is coils. Sorry, that was set to the rear coils. Now set to the front coils. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And oh yeah, I didn't boost the bass or anything on those. And boost the mid. Let's do this on, with all the coils activated. Amazing sounding instrument. It's got such a powerful preamp, and this is a custom shop tune preamp. You're not going to get this in any other bass guitar, I don't think. It sounds absolutely awesome. So there you go. And in passive mode, I mean, passive mode is passive mode. The preamp's not activated at all. So there's not really much to show you there. That's on in balanced rear pickup. Front pickup. So that's it basically. Of course, you can activate the coil taps in there, which is going to make a little bit of difference. The coil taps are going to give you basically a kind of jazz setup, like a 70s or a 60s jazz setup, depending on what you prefer. That's not entirely true though, because this pickup is actually further away from the neck than on a normal jazz bass. So the spacing of the pickups is a bit closer together than normal, but still it sounds excellent. So you're not exactly going to get the traditional sound out of it, but as you've heard, it sounds awesome anyway. So I'm going to turn it back on. I'm just going to do some tapping. So you can hear that even when you're tapping, it's nice and even. So the tone from going from low up to high is nice and even. So there you go, that's it. It's the Tune TWB5 Custom, made in Japan. And the only thing that I'm going to add now is talk about the materials and problems that have been faced by the builders. Materials on this: top wood is quilted maple, as is the headstock. Both rear and front of the headstock is matching. Ebony fretboard, 24 frets with this gorgeous cut here at the end, this curve. And also, this is unique to Tune. They have this cut which allows the neck to set a little bit deeper into the bass strings, so when it resonates it gives it a little bit more, I don't know, there's something, it's a bit more resonant down the low ends than if you didn't have this cut, I think. Sometimes you see variations on this which is kind of like a diagonal cut, so it's a nice idea. And the other woods used in this is mahogany on the back, and the bridge is a high-end Goto bridge. You can't get these have been discontinued now, you can't get these anymore, unfortunately. Beautiful, quite heavy, high mass bridge, and it has a comprehensive adjustment on the saddles there. Yeah, that's really good quality hardware there. And also the I got a dodgy cable. Also the tuning heads are high-end Goto as well. So yeah, I mean it's a gorgeous instrument. Again, Tune are one of the, they're one of the top makers in Japan. Well, I mean, they're not the most famous, but they're certainly up there with the best of them, and the quality of their instruments is testament to that. And also, I think I mentioned that they got famous by endorsing this bass player from a band called Cassiopeia. Originally it was Tetsuya Sakurai who was in Cassiopeia, but then the incoming bass player, whose nickname is Narucho, I've forgotten his actual name, he was endorsed by Tune, and they made a signature model, which was basically a TWB5 that was customized so that it would be optimal for slapping, and that's where they get this nice pickup spacing from. It's very comfortable to play. The only downside to this bass is this horn here. Although it looks beautiful and the balance is good on this instrument, it balances well when it's strapped to you. When you're not using a strap, it digs into your thigh. That's the only thing that bugs me about it. But that's just a small thing. The rest of it is fantastic, and you know, it's a wonderful instrument. It's absolutely brilliant. It would have retailed when it was new at about 350,000 yen. This one is in my eBay store now for about $1,400. It's in good condition. There are barely noticeable blemishes on the top. They're very small. There's a very small amount of wear that you can hardly notice on the top. And the back, there's a little bit of scuffing, minor buckle rash. There's a tiny dint. Well, yeah, it's a little dint there. You know, for its age, and it's obviously been loved and cared for over the years, which is great. The headstock is near perfect, yeah, and the hardware is in excellent condition. So I mean, it is in very good condition for its age, and it's rare as well. It's not easy to come by these. Alright, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, PM me anytime and I'll be happy to answer. Day to celebrate, no chocolate covered